I know what you're thinking. What in the world? Green screen, man. During our Bible study last night, I don't know what happened. We got attacked, got hit, knocked out my little broadcaster I have over here. It gives me my different screens in the back.
Got hit.
Okay,
So
that'll get repaired.
Broadcast.
But I wanted to just go ahead and go live because we got too much information today. It's a very big day for me. I'm going to be in the studio singing today, doing 2 or 3 songs, working on my vocals. So as my album's coming along, but we got to talk about New Orleans. This is a terrible situation that's happened in New Orleans. Are you going to start growling? Are you serious? You sit out here and wait till I go live and then decide to growl. Seriously? Seriously, Sugar? Sugar's still upset that I think Benji made that cameo appearance yesterday. Anyway, good to see everybody. Welcome to the Coming Apocalypse. I'm Pastor Paul Begley. Let me tell you that it just got crazy last night, but we had a great Bible study anyway. We did finish Revelation. We did it. They're all on YouTube, all 22 chapters. You can find them throughout our YouTube channel. Anyway, good to see everybody. Thank you. The shirt looks pretty anyway. Beautiful. Thank you. Let's put a shout out right now, if I could, guys, for www.ketowithpaul.com. That's www.ketowithpaul.com. Guys, I tell you what, people love this stuff, and they should, because it's really, really making a difference in folks' health. And I'm actually this morning I had a little smoothie. So always good to put some keto in there to kind of help speed up the metabolism. But anyway, check this out. Many people today are struggling to manage their weight, but this is more than true than ever after your age of 20. It starts, guys. This is because the age of 20, our body's metabolism starts to slow down by as much as 4% every decade. This is why I highly recommend ketowithpaul.com. That's www.ketowithpaul.com. This powder will help you lose weight easier than anything else you've ever tried. It works by increasing the ketone levels inside your body, which in turn supports a boosted metabolism. With just one little scoop in the soup or in the smoothie, wow, it's tasteless, it's odorless, you'll be amazing maybe. And big improvements for your metabolism, your weight loss. Imagine how fit and how good you're going to look this summer with www.ketowithpaul.com, www.ketowithpaul.com. Yeah, New Orleans got hit hard, okay? New Orleans got hit hard, and our prayers are going out for everyone there in New Orleans area as they really got whacked by this thing. What you need, sweetheart? This? And a cord too? No? This phone? I didn't read what Izzy said back to me there. But amazing what happened there, and we're going to give you an update. This is, again, the tornadoes, as we said was going to happen. That's why we covered the weather Sunday night to tell you what was going to hit, starting down in Texas, and it did. And then yesterday we did a broadcast showing you again the weather reports and what was going to happen down there in Louisiana. We even mentioned New Orleans. We were worried about Shreveport, Lake Charles, worried about that whole area moving on east, and it happened. And New Orleans really hit hard, so hard that the National Guard is being sent in to try to help with some parts of the New Orleans area. Louisiana sending in the National Guard to the tornado disaster areas. That's how bad it is there. Also, the tornadoes flipped cars, ripped off rooftops, deposited a house in the middle of a street in New Orleans. Part of the storm front that caused damage in places as it blew from Texas to the south. So we knew something was going to happen here. Is there anybody watching? Am I still having problems with Okay, yeah, people are watching. Okay. We knew this was going to be bad. We knew it was going to be bad. We just didn't know how bad it was going to get. And so our prayers are going out to our online church members that are down there in that area. So we've had tornadoes in Texas, and now we have tornadoes in Louisiana. Very powerful. I don't know if you've seen it. It was like a huge, huge tornado doing serious damage. Like I said, the tornado flipped cars, ripped off rooftops, deposited a house in the middle of the street in New Orleans area. Part of a storm front that's been working its way across the country that caused damage in places as it blew through Texas to the south. Now, also, one person we know is confirmed dead. One person is confirmed dead in New Orleans. So one person is dead in New Orleans. Our prayers going out there. Also, there was also storm coming from Oklahoma killing. There was the people who got killed Monday. Other tornadoes spawned by the same storm system that hit parts of Texas, Oklahoma on Monday, which also killed a woman north of Dallas and causing multiple injuries and widespread damage before moving eastward into Louisiana. So we had one person killed in Dallas on Monday, one person killed in New Orleans on Tuesday. And today will be another dangerous day, again, in the South as things continue to move. These tornadoes spawned by the same storm system that hit Texas and Oklahoma Monday, killing that woman. We know how sad that is, how terrible that is. And we didn't want this to happen. But, these are the things that are happening in these last days. And that we were told, the Bible told us that we would see these types of signs come up on us. You still got the wars going on in Russia. You still got with Ukraine. And then, the really weird thing where when the president of the United States talked about a new world order, in the midst of all of this, everybody's still trying to understand what he meant by that. That announcement was huge. President Joe Biden announcing the new world order has really got people trying to figure out what in the world was he talking about. President Biden said there's going to be a new world order. It hasn't happened in a while, and America has to lead it. He said that a lot of people died in this present day order, he meant, but nowhere near the chaos. And I think what he meant was nowhere near the chaos that's coming. So this new world order is going to come out of chaos, which is really what we've been saying for years. Now's the time, he said, when things are shifting. There's going to be a new world order out there, and we've got to lead it. We've got to unite the rest of the free world in doing it. And he makes this announcement. So it's a very strange situation we have here, along with the Louisiana tornadoes taking place. You have all of these things happening, and people are wondering what's going on. The bombing in Ukraine, all of these areas, very, very, very dangerous for sure. A couple things to keep in mind this is why we did Climate Crisis. We just did it. Climate Crisis, the webinar. You can still get a ticket for that one. You can still go get a ticket for that one. So it's incredible. The volume is low. Okay. My volume's low. Well, I'm having technical issues. So sorry if my volume's a little low. I'll try to give me 1 second. Maybe I can adjust that. Give me 1 second here. I had to switch to a different way of doing things. Yeah, my input's a little down. Let's testing 1 2. That should be better. Testing 1 2. That should be better. Okay. Is that better? Hopefully it is. Yeah, thank you, Beautiful Story, for putting that up there. And also, Beautiful Story, if you can get the mailing address for me, or different ways people can give the mailing address as well. There it is. Climate Crisis, guys. you can still get your ticket and watch this webinar right now. You can go and get it right now and watch it, because wow, that's why we look. This is what they're talking about. Steve Quayle says that there's going to be weather modification for warfare. And I noticed yesterday there was an earthquake. Taiwan got hit with that 6.9. And I also knew that there was a couple earthquakes over near Russia. And you start wondering, he says that they definitely have the power to do this. And so it's just incredible what's going on right now. Okay. It's just incredible what's going on. It seems like, guys, also, some of you are wondering, where do you look? When you donate to Paul Begley Prophecy Ministries, you need to understand that Freedom Fellowship is a total separate entity. That is a total different entity. That is a church where I preach at about twice a month. And then Community Gospel Baptist Church, that is total separate entity that I preach at when I'm up north a couple times a month. But Paul Begley Prophecy Ministries is its own entity. So for donations to our online church, there's to go to Paul Begley Prophecy Ministries, okay? And there's 4 ways you can give. One, you can just go to my website right now, paulbegleyprophecy.com, and donate and go straight in to donate. It's really easy. Or you can text give. You can grab your phone and text the word give. Text the word give to this number, 765-327-4200. Or you can mail your check or money order to this address, Paul Begley Prophecy. That's Paul Begley Prophecy, 1048-B. That's 1048-B, Sagamore Parkway West. That's Sagamore Parkway West, Box 33, West Lafayette, Indiana. That's West Lafayette, Indiana, 47906. That's West Lafayette, Indiana, 47906. Or pick up the phone and call in an offering over the phone, 765-414-2230. That's 765-414-2230. And those are the 4 different ways to give into the Paul Begley Prophecy Ministries. Remember, Freedom Fellowship is a separate church entity. That's separate. Community Gospel Baptist Church is a separate church entity. Melvin looks after Freedom Fellowship. My dad looks after Community Gospel Baptist. I am Paul Begley Prophecy, and so those are just separate entities. So that you don't get confused, because sometimes people do. They think they're given to our ministry, they're given to the others. It gets mixed up. So just send them straight into paulbegleyprophecy.com. 3 separate entities. Okay. Now here's what's going on though with this tornado thing. And all of these things that are happening, these are the climate crisis, and that's why you can get a ticket for that. And so we are in these last days, okay? Now, the New World Order is definitely coming. Joe Biden said it, but we've been saying it for years. We've been trying to tell people. The Illuminati has told us this. Linda says YouTube is not working in Idaho. So, Linda, you're just telling me right now you can't see me? Is that what you're saying? Because we have found out. Someone says, Ann Hill says, I can't hear you. Most of the time, if you go out and come back in, it will work. I don't know if that's because, so your connection in Idaho may be weak. There's been hacking going on. Matter of fact, there was an announcement today that Russia said they're going to hit America with a severe hacking. So again, people in different parts of the country may be experiencing different kinds of things. I think they hacked my broadcaster here and messed that up last night for sure. So anyway, there's going to be some big time things taking place. No doubt about that. Okay. No doubt about that. And so we just got to keep praying and working together as a church, staying on top of everything that's going on, because we're truly living in these last days. I also want to share with you that what we're also doing this week, all week long, all of the webinars that we've done, we've reduced the price to $50 or less on every one of them just for this week. So, boy, I tell you what, this would be a perfect time for you to order the effects of Planet X, because that was an awesome webinar. Also, great time for you to order Armies of the Antichrist, because that was like almost 11 hours worth. I mean, it was an all-star lineup. I mean, even Jim Baker said to me, how in the world did you get all these people to be a part of this webinar? How in the world did you get this done? And I told him my wife Heidi did it. But incredible. It's just incredible. So this is the week to do that. I'm glad you can hear me great in Tennessee. Thank you so much. And so you might want to consider getting the webinars. We've reduced that price this week only to $50 or less. Just go to my website, go to the store, and click on there, and you'll see. Let me show you some pictures of things that are happening, though. What happened in New Orleans? I want to show this to you because can I show you? No, I can't. I don't have my broadcaster. That's right. I can't do it. That's why I gotta get that fixed, or I could show you stuff like that. And that's why you see a green background. Okay. But all the webinars have been lowered, and so you could get your look. If you went to paulbegleyprophecy.com, you went to the main page, you would see that right there at the top, you see the donate buttons. But here's what's cool. You go to the store, and when you click on store, the whole lineup of all the different types of things that are available are there. But just hit the very top one, DVDs. When you click on it, boom, all the DVDs pop up on the screen. You can get Effects of Planet X. That one's only $45 for the whole webinar. You can get Armies of the Antichrist for only $50 this week only. This week only. Aliens, AI, and the Antichrist, $50 this week only. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. And then go on to page 2, as you can see a bunch of other DVDs I've done. But yeah, Mega Quake 2020. That was one of the people love this one. Price has been reduced. It's only $50. Deep State. I mean, the Mega Quake had Steve Quayle, John Moore, Gil Brazard, Bishop Larry Ragland, Clyde Lewis, Heidi Begley, Sandy Ragland, Mike from around the world, and Paul Begley. Deep State, only $50. Had General Jerry Boykin, Laura Eisenhower, Doug Hagman, L.A. Marzulli, Lisa Haven, Steve Quayle, Mike from around the world, and Paul Begley, and Bart Begley's film. That was all Deep State uncovered. We've reduced that price $50 for this week only. Climate Chaos, $50 this week only. Aliens, Angels, and Demons, this week only, $50. And even the old Cincinnati one we did, the first one we did live in Cincinnati, Heavens Are Shaking, that one's only $40. So this is a good week. This is a great week to go and find your favorite, one of the DVDs, maybe of one of the conferences that you wanted to get, but you just couldn't get it at the time or couldn't pull it off. This week only, we reduced that price so that you can get some of these this week. We're living in the end times. We're living in the last days. We're going to see more and more of these storms. More and more of these horrific storms are going to interfere. Again, this tornadoes flipped cars, ripped off rooftops, deposited a house in the middle of the street in New Orleans area. It's part of a storm front that caused damage in places as it blew from Texas to South Carolina. 2 deaths were attributed to the weather. Other tornadoes spawned by the same storm system hit parts of Texas and Oklahoma on Monday, killing a woman north of Dallas and causing multiple injuries and widespread damage before moving eastward. The National Weather Service confirmed that tornadoes touched down Tuesday night in St. Bernard Parish, which borders New Orleans to the southeast, and in Lacombe, across Lake Pontchartrain from the city. Parish officials gave no details on how the person died, but they said multiple other people were injured. Louisiana has activated 300 National Guard personnel today to assist St. Bernard Parish with route clearance, security, and engineering support. New Orleans television stations broadcast live images of the storm as it was barreling across the metropolitan area. It was massive. In the aftermath, rescue workers were searching through Arby, just east of the city's lower 9th Ward, where St. Bernard Parish President Guy McNinnis said the tornado caused significant damage in the same area that had been wrecked so many years ago by Hurricane Katrina. Many residents also suffered damage just last year from Category 4 Hurricane Ida, which swept through the same area. And Stacy Monacusko's family just completed repairs to their home when the tornado came and ripped the roof off again. So the roof got tore off last year with Hurricane Ida, and now it gets ripped off this time by a tornado. She huddled in the laundry room with her husband and 2 children who are 16 and 11 and dogs, and as their roof was being blown away. We're alive. That's what I can say at this point. And we have 4 walls, a little part of a roof, so I consider myself lucky. The Twister was the 3rd time they've had major weather damage since Katrina hit them in 2005. Unbelievable. The strong smell of natural gas in the area. Residents and rescue personnel stood in the street, surveyed the damage. Some houses were destroyed, while pieces of debris hung from electrical wires and trees. As aluminum fishing boats in front of one house was bent into the shape of a C with the motor across the street, and power poles were down or leaning over, forcing emergency workers to walk very slowly through the darkened neighborhoods, checking for damage. It just keeps going. People were screaming. It's as like the apocalypse had come to New Orleans. Guys, this is the world we're living in. It's a terrible time out there. It's a very, very terrible time. Give your life to Jesus Christ, okay? He's coming soon. They say it's pouring down the rain in West Virginia right now. It's also raining over in Kentucky today. I see you guys are giving us, it's gloomy down there in Kentucky today. Very gloomy. Hey, but anyway, much love in the name of Jesus. We appreciate that so much. All right, guys. And what? It's snow in Wisconsin. What? And rain yesterday and snow flurries, Wisconsin. As we said yesterday, major snow in Amarillo, Texas yesterday, which was insane. So a lot going on. All right, guys, I'll be back later today with more information. And also tonight I'll be on ffctv.info with Pastor Melvin from the studios in the Villages here in Florida. And I will also be giving you updates throughout the day on things that are taking place right here on YouTube. As I said, our little broadcasting machine sitting over here on my desk over here got attacked and hacked and whacked, and it's out of whack. So that's why you're seeing the green screen instead of a pretty nice screen behind me. And that's why I can't throw things up on the screen to show you, because that thing's out. But Israel will fix it for me. I mean, the Mr. Fix It, he'll fix it. But today he's busy, because he and I are headed to the studios right now to record some vocals on my album that's coming out. So God bless all of you, and I'll see you. Are you serious? It's getting crazy. Are you serious?